Begin seated on your yoga mat. As you inhale, lift the arms up overhead. Exhale, plug the arms into the body. Inhale, left arm forward, right arm back. Arms are strong, look over your shoulder. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, right arm forward, left arm back, look over your left shoulder. Sit really tall. As you inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, hands come onto the mat in front of you and push the mat away so your upper back rounds. Draw your chin towards your chest, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, release. Inhale, bring the hands behind you. Press into the fingers to lift up the hips. Let your head go if that's okay for your neck. And lift the chest. Press the hips away. And exhale, release. On the next inhale, roll over the toes and send yourself into child's pose. Head rests on the mat, arms are out in front. And press into the hands until you feel your armpits draw towards the mat. On the next inhale, round forward into all fours. Knees directly underneath the hips, hands, elbows, and shoulders in one line. Knees are hip distance, feet are in line with the knees. And as you inhale, lower the chest and belly towards the mat, lift the head and tailbone, look up. As you exhale, round the upper back, push the mat away from you, draw the navel in towards the spine, lower your head. Inhale, chest and belly down toward the mat, look up. Exhale, press and round. Inhale, chest and belly down towards the mat, look up. As you exhale, press and round. Inhale, come to a flat back, curl the toes, and come into your first downward dog. Bend the knees, make any small movements you need to feel good here. Be really gentle, it's your first down dog of the day, so don't worry if your heels don't come to the mat. Let your head go, no tension in the neck, and when you're ready, lift your right leg as high as you can. As you exhale, slowly bring the right foot to the front of the mat. Inhale, come onto the fingertips, elongate the spine, look ahead. When you have your balance, lift up, hands to the heart, high lunge. Chest puffs out in front of you. Look up if that feels okay for your neck. Press out of the bottom of the left foot to straighten the leg. Inhale, hands to the front of the mat. Use your core strength to step the left foot to the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, look ahead. Exhale, bend the knees and step the right foot to the back of the mat. Inhale, left foot follows, plank pose. Inhale, downward facing dog. Let your head go, no tension in the neck. Picture the body as an upside down letter V. On your next inhale, lift the left leg as high as you can, spread the left toes. Get as long as you can from your fingers to your toes. On the next inhale, step the foot to the front of the mat. Inhale, come onto the fingertips, elongate the spine, look ahead. When you have your balance, high lunge, hands to the heart. Left knee directly over left ankle, chest puffs out, look up if that feels okay for your neck. As you inhale, bring the hands down to the front of the mat. Use your core strength to step the right foot to the front of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, round all the way up, tucking your tailbone. Interlace the hands behind the back. Slowly melt the body forward. Press the palms together and lift the arms. If you're having trouble pressing your palms together, you can grab opposite elbows or on your wrists, wherever feels best for you. Let your head go, no tension in the neck. And when you're ready to release, bring your hands or arms down to your back and then roll up. Inhale, press the palms together or grab opposite elbows. Press your hips forward and lean back. Release the hands, bring the arms out in front, rise up onto the toes. Slowly come all the way down to the mat. And stretch the legs out in front of you. We're going to come into tabletop pose, so bring your hands about 8 inches behind you, bring your feet halfway back towards your pelvis, and then press into the feet, into the hands to lift up. Let your head go if that feels okay for your neck, one long line from your knees all the way to your shoulders. Remember to breathe deeply, and exhale, release. You can do that one more time, or if that felt really good and you want to go a little bit further, you can bring your hands back the same distance, about 8 inches. Press into the heels of the feet to lift the pelvis up, and then you want to bring your feet flat on the mat. Purvottanasana. One long line from your feet to your shoulders, and exhale, release. Inhale, bend the knees. Press the bottoms of the feet together, open up the legs. Bring the thumbs into the arches of the feet, and then open the feet up like a book. Keep the spine long as you come forward, keeping your chest really open, shoulder blades drawn toward each other. Look ahead. Exhale, release the pose. From here, bring your left knee directly in front of you, or you can keep it straight if you're a beginner. Cross the right foot over the left thigh. Right hand behind the body, left hand lifts up high. Then bring the left elbow to the outside of the right knee and look behind your right shoulder. You really want to keep your chest broad and open here, shoulder blades drawing toward each other, and you can stay there or you can take a bind. With each exhale, you want to turn a little bit more from the navel. Inhale, look ahead. Exhale, gently unravel, and we'll come to the other side. So right leg is straight out in front, or you can bend the knee and bring it out in front of you. Inhale, lift the right arm, and bring the elbow to the outside of the left knee. Spine is really long. Shoulder blades drawn toward each other and stay there, or you can take a bind. With each exhale, you turn a little bit more from the navel. On the next inhale, look ahead and gently release. From here, we're going to cross the feet and roll over the knees, coming into a plank pose. Press out of the bottoms of the feet, and then we'll slowly lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. So we're on our tops of our feet and our hands. Knees are off the mat, collarbones are broad, chest is open. Exhale, downward facing dog. As you inhale, lift the right leg, spread the right toes, and then step the foot to the front of the mat. Place your whole left foot on the mat. For warrior one, hips are still facing forward, and you rise up. Inhale, hands interlace behind the back. Puff the chest out, draw the hands toward each other, the arms toward each other, and as you inhale, come forward, let your head hang, arms come up behind you. Again, if you're having trouble pressing the palms together, just grab opposite elbows or wherever you can. And as you inhale, pull the shoulders away from the ears. When you're ready to release, rise up. Come into high lunge by picking the left heel off the mat, and then step back into plank pose. As you inhale, come all the way down onto your stomach. Place the elbows underneath the shoulders and rise into Sphinx pose. So you want to get as long as you can from your head all the way down to your feet. Keeping the elbows drawn in toward each other, hands on the mat, fingers are spread. Exhale, release, hands underneath. And press into the hands. Maybe you can get your arms straight, maybe not. Don't worry about how far you can lift. Excuse my husky. Curl the toes and lift up. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg, spread the left toes. Exhale, step the foot to the front of the mat and place the whole right foot on the mat. So toes are pointed out a little bit to the right, but you don't want the right foot parallel with the short edge of the mat because you want to have your hips straight forward. Interlace the hands behind your back or grab opposite elbows. As you come forward, let your head go, and then lift the shoulders away from your ears. Make sure your left knee is directly above the left ankle or slightly behind. When you're ready to release, rise up. Come into high lunge. Exhale, hands to the front of the mat. Use your core strength to step back into plank pose and slowly lower all the way down. Inhale, elbows underneath the shoulders, rise up, Sphinx pose. Collarbones are broad, shoulder blades drawn toward each other. Exhale, release. Inhale, press the hands into the mat, rise up. Collarbones are broad. Exhale, release. Inhale, interlace the fingers behind the back. Press the hands together, press the palms together. Lift the shoulders away from the yoga mat. When you're ready, use your back body strength to lift your upper body as high as you can. Exhale, release. Inhale, hands underneath the shoulders. Exhale, push back, child's pose. Rest your head on the mat, take a couple deep breaths. Feel your stomach expand as you inhale against your thighs. Feel the navel draw in towards the spine as you exhale. Inhale, come forward onto your stomach. Arms come out in front of you. And as you inhale, lift the left leg and right arm as high as you can. Fingers are spread, toes are spread. Lift, lift, lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift the right leg, left arm as high as you can. Spread the fingers, spread the toes, lift even more. And then release. Take a deep breath in and lift everything. Both arms, both legs. Toes are spread, fingers are spread. Lift higher, lift more, and release. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders. Press back into child's pose. Take a couple deep breaths in and let it go. Try not to let your thoughts get going. Try to keep a really clear, calm mind. As you inhale, come to sit on your shins. Knees are hip distance apart. We're going to come into camel pose. We'll do half camel first. So bring the right hand to cup the bottom of the right foot and lift the left arm. Lift your chest. Press your hips forward. Look up if that feels okay for your neck, or you can let your head completely go. And then exhale, release. We'll take it to the other side. Lift up onto the shins, and then cup the left foot with your left hand and lift the right arm. Press the hips forward, elongating the spine. Try not to compress any part of the spine. As you exhale, release. Coming into child's pose, taking a couple deep breaths, and preparing to either do that again on each side or come into full camel pose. Camel is really great to help open up the hip flexors and the shoulders and the chest. As you inhale, rise up. Bring both hands to the bottoms of the feet. Let your head go if that feels okay for your neck. And then press the hips forward. Lift the chest up. Picture the body as a sideways letter U. Exhale and come directly into child's pose. Rest your head on the mat. Take a deep breath in and out. Camel pose can bring a lot of emotion to people. Sometimes people get really angry, sometimes they get really sad. If you're feeling any of that, just let it go. Try not to analyze or overthink. It's totally normal. In the next inhale, we're going to come into Supta Baddha Konasana for our final pose. So come to lay on your back. Bring the bottoms of the feet together. Resting your knees out to the side. Turn your palms up. Make any adjustments you need to feel comfortable. Close your eyes and let your eyes sink into the sockets. The yoga video will end in a couple seconds, but you can stay here for as long as feels good for you. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.